Good morning, everybody. I'm forecaster Dustin Staples. This is your latest WITN First Alert forecast on the last day of January. We are ending it kind of how we started it, cold and wintry, in some cases as wet all the way around. But we got the First Alert weather weekend continuing on due to the snow and again those frigid temperatures coming to follow with that as well. But this morning again we've had a few light flurries, but really haven't reached the ground. But as we go towards today, really most that's going to pick up, say after mid-morning out there as well. Still on target again for a couple of inches of snow, inland spots. We did make a few little tweaks for some of you back towards I-95 here, and we'll show you that map in just a second here. As we go towards right now, winter storm warnings will continue through tomorrow. That encompasses all of everybody. Started things out early on to the teens and 20s out there, so relatively cold. Single-digit wind chill feels like too, so that cold air was here. That north wind is also going to remain steady here all day long. So unfortunately here, all the snow we're seeing here is going to start to overspread the area. Maybe a little rain there, some mixing outside the southern Outer Banks and Crystal Coast, but all this moisture here to the Carolinas is going to eventually move its way around our area here. A little bit out part of this low pressure moving up towards the Gulf Coast, giving us a fair shot of some snow. So here we are by midday, already seeing some light snow slowly filling in. These are some dry pockets up here. It'll eventually take a while for we see all of that finally move its way inward. Now again, possibility of some heavier snow along the Outer Banks, which is forecasting to see those higher snowfall amounts. Eventually, Hatteras, you'll start to change over to snow at some point before that rain ends there. But for the inland locations here, we're just stuck in snow all the way to about sunrise tomorrow morning, and then finally the beaches will get their fair share of some heavy snowfall. Again, some snow drifts can't be ruled out. You're still seeing snow lingering to about 9:30, 10:30 tomorrow morning, and then we all go quiet by noontime. We are barely getting above freeze, and so the next story to tell beyond that will be the refreeze of everything, but everything will be blowing around. So we have all the snow blowing around. Still on target here, of course, minus maybe inland Carteret County outside the Outer Banks. Still, regardless, 7 to 12, 4 to 7 inland, and back outside, say heading towards Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham, heading towards High Point. Maybe less of snow amounts, but though enough, you may see a couple of inches. Once we get beyond this, is the cold weather. Of course, we've got cold weather advisories in place. They'll be substituted for extreme cold warnings as we go towards tomorrow and Monday morning, so a variety of all that as well. And on top of that, the winds, we've got high wind warnings here for the entire Outer Banks. Wind advisories are now starting to spread inland. Again, those wind gusts could be clipping really high out there too. Here's your wind forecast here. Sustained winds 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, 40 to 50 along the Outer Banks. So breezy, windy conditions there. And regardless of the wind, a few miles can make it feel a lot colder than what your thermometer is actually reading there. And here's your wind gust forecast. One surprise, some of these wind sensors pick a 60, 65 mile gust possible. That's all because of this storm moving through, all the pressure gradient tightening on in, giving with that too. That's for the coastal spots. The inland locations probably under 30 to 40 at best. And still Monday evening, it's still going to be bitter cold. Wind chills down to the single digits and negative single digits, unfortunately, for a couple of mornings this week, and temperatures struggling to get out of the teens and 20s at night until we get to late week. We finally have a nice, somewhat warm up. We got Groundhog Day coming our way. What will Phil do? Will he see his shadow? Will we see an early spring? Regardless, his success rate is really not worth it, but it's fun to keep track of a little bit of time as we go towards that. Something to look forward to for those who like to see that. Once we get past the snow and the wintry weather tomorrow, some melting, and I mean very little melting is going to take place for Monday. Tuesday morning refreeze with that too. Have some rain shower chances in here, maybe a stray flurry if we're lucky to get that late Wednesday to Thursday morning. Again, it stays cold even to the next weekend.